Hello, Aries. Welcome, welcome. This is our space today, and I'm Angela. Thank you for joining me. Let's just see what's going on with you guys, okay? For my Aries, some good times are coming, okay? More stability and someone coming towards you. A Knight of Pentacles, okay, or you going towards someone or away from someone. Usually that stands for marriage sometimes twin flames. There's definitely going to be a death and rebirth. Starts out with the Empress, so Libra, but you still could be it's about love and marriage. So the Empress is there, and there's also some kind of ending. So wow, I don't know what this ending it would be. Okay, they know how to run an empire, so you wouldn't expect that they couldn't handle, a lot. But this seems like there's something that was just too much that they couldn't handle, so they had to let it go, and then whatever that is, they'll have to, even if there is a death, they'll have to rebuild now with the new person that they are, as they changed their heart, or their mind. Usually death and rebirth is, entirely like a new person. To me, this seems like something that was important to walk towards the light, your true north. So it looks like you're letting your guard down, okay? Because there's some things that you released, and that feels good, right? Okay, so now you don't have to have your guard up all the time because you released something, you let it die, okay? Person or thing, feels more like a behavior, or some kind of, behavior, we'll call it. So next is the Eight of Pentacles. So you may be getting offers for jobs. Okay, she's in a suit and she looks like she's going to get work or whatever, or just really working on yourself. Feels like you need to work on yourself a little bit more on something that we could get into and see what it is, because there's choices to be made, and the message is to make the right choice, to follow your heart, because that candle is green, and then there's all kinds of foods, and it's like, are you going to take the good stuff here, that leads to happiness, or you're going to take, what you are usually allowing and taking? Different foods affect you differently. Some are you like better than others, and it's like you need to make sure to make choices that are good for you is the message, okay? Doesn't look like you're at, any kind of edge of thinking. Not edge of thinking, but like you're not wondering. You know what you need to do in order to make things work for you. Okay, it's a channel message. So you've put down your sword, okay, and you're being less defensive, okay. You're working on your money. You're working on, love. Like you're seeing clearer now. This you weren't seeing clearly, but now you're starting to see clearly, okay. And so when you see things are clearer and better than you thought they were, right, and possibly even misunderstandings, there could be someone putting down their guard, putting down their sword. And there is somebody who is in your life that either wants to come in or is in your life but is not behaving like an emperor, instead being the opposite, of what emperor would be. And it's more like a tyrant or a dictatorship, someone who's cruel or manipulative, or just not treating you, with respect and dignity that you believe and that you should receive. Okay, and that's your boundary. You know how high your boundary is that you will allow someone to infringe on so much before it's like, no, not at the expense of my dignity, or my my boundaries. I'm allowed to set those, and those are, I have to live with the consequences of what I choose, and think that that's okay. If you go at it that way, that's a good, healthy, way of seeing it, in my opinion. So that this kind of relationship is not going to be, you're not going to have any kind of good outcome come from it. Okay, the sun, but you want it. There's a sense of hope here, but for some reason it's like you're disappointed in something. There's still disappointment, and there's still worry and fear, but you're working on it. At the moment, even if you've gone through one phase through to another, it's really a little difficult transitioning into the new existence that you've created with the new awareness that you've been given, and the changes that you make in your life, right? When you review it every day, or however often, when you feel different, So next to the sun is the double. So there's something or someone in your life that is toxic. So you probably are in a toxic relationship because there's an emperor, and it's upside down. Okay, so it looks like somebody has to go. All right, that's not what I wanted to get. And that's not cool, whether it's you or them. Okay, there's an Empress, and there's got to be an emperor, unless if he's the emperor and you're the Empress. Emperors don't always act like emperors, and empresses don't always act like empresses, but I think there should come a point where it's like, yeah, we're meant to be in its true love, but we can't get along. That's ridiculous how you would. But that's when people let their ego get in the way. When you let your ego get in the way, and you do things from just logical reasons, or you feel offended, and you want to get back at someone, or any kind of negative reason, that's not the right way to do things. Okay, there is a way to do things where the sun can come out, and you can experience more days that are happy, right? I need the Emperor. Okay, didn't tell me. Hold on just a second. Emperor 28. So it says you're taking it too seriously, whether you are seeking love and not finding it, or in a relationship, try being less intense about your attitude towards love. Family. The balance of power in the family is unequal. Discipline is lacking. This causes confusion, resentment, and hard feelings. Family members need to be clear about what is expected of them. I concur. What else? Cold, seriousness, lack of control, inflexible. So that's the kind of person you're dealing with at the moment, okay? Then we got, you need to trust that feeling and just go the way that it's telling you to go. You don't know where this leads to, but you know that it leads to where you need to be to make this sun turn right side up. So go that way that the Holy Spirit is guiding you, okay? That your spirit team is trying to get you to go, okay? But they are saying that they understand that you've been through a lot, you're going through a lot, you know, but that they're here with you, okay? And they helped you mend that heart and just relax for whatever it is that happened, you know, in this relationship, okay? Can it be something that's repaired? Of course, but you know, it looks like somebody might want to like be in control or very manipulative. See, he's like, you know, and you know, and it could be any types of behaviors, but we can use the architect deck, yeah, whatever, to check it out. Okay, is that the only one? I thought I saw another. Yep. So the Fool, you know, that the Fool is what you decided to do. What is it that you decided to do? Let go of something and take on something else that you know is going to make you happy. Make the right choice, okay, because it's under that Eight of Pentacles with the woman in the business suit. So, you know, whatever she's thinking there, she's on the right track. And now you're letting go of something that seems hard. But once you start going and you feel like you're flying, like, because you feel liberated from whatever you felt was oppressing you, you know. But as I always say with the Fool, don't act foolish, but know when to let go and know when to, you know, to keep moving forward with something or someone, you know. You know, you need to stick to your boundaries, you know. The ones that you have, you know, that do not infringe on your dignity. You know, I see the Sun. We got the Seven of Cups upside down, but it looks like you're focusing in on what's there. So you're walking away. You're walking away from something that once you didn't know was bad, but now you know is not good for you. It's not bad, it's just not good for you. All right? Because that's the thing that stands out the most for me. I don't know about you, but is that snake, you know? Not saying they're a bad person, you just not good for each other is what it seems like in this particular case, you know. Either that or you're letting go of whatever feelings, you know, you had that maybe weren't true, you know, and you know, it wasn't until you know the truth and you get clarity through maybe the Queen of Swords that you could cut off those pieces of your life that you know you believed that were causing detriment to your life and your family and your partnerships, etc. You know, so always stick to the positive. That's much better than the negative. Okay, and live in the now and Courage is always the key, you know, in accepting that diversity helps us to grow. So now you're feeling a lot more stable with yourself. You have some, you feel like, you know, in your own, dignified in your own self, you know, being alone, and it just seems like you're gaining a sense of peace, you know, and you're trying to balance shadow and light, and good and bad, this and that, him or her, him or him, whatever. You know, balance spirituality with practicality. Just balance my new life with the changes that happen, because the Ten of Swords isn't ending. There was somebody who was walking away. You know, they thought they were, you know, they were scared, but they became emotionally stable enough to realize now what was going on. There were things that came out into light that finally gave this person closure and said, you know, I can't take this emperor upside down anymore. Okay, I need an emperor who's going to act like an emperor. And then Four of Pentacles, feeling more stable, trying to balance spirituality, practicality, and ends this cycle, okay? Ends this very important cycle that was around them for a very long time and needing to cut off, but didn't, you know, but there was a reason for that, okay? There was a reason for that, that maybe only you would know, okay? But it was a very spiritual, deep bond. But I know that these two will definitely be led down whatever path they're supposed to be, right? They will get you will get what is meant for you, okay? And they'll get what's meant for them. That must be the main message, because that keeps going off. I've never heard my phone do that. So everyone's going to go where they need to be. This isn't like a bad thing, you know. Excuse me. Sorry. All right. But you do look very dignified, walking away gracefully. I feel a pleasant feeling. So, you know, you must have found, yeah, so this is what I was going to say. You must have found a solution to go separate ways amicably. It says a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer, you know, and that's water sign, right? The answers you need are coming now. Gemini, it's another water sign. And it's time to take action. New moon in Aries, okay? All right, so it could be another... So you're headed through a new phase. Let's get 4 more cards here. Thank you. And there's a King of Wands here. So that could be someone coming into your life, somebody you know. Is it a friend or foe? I don't know. They look nice, smell nice. Not sure what their intentions are or who that is. But it's somebody who wants to grow with you. So it must be someone who wants to court you. She was scared of this Emperor upside down. There's an offer on the table. You're not looking at it, so make sure that you don't let it go by. It's like you're just trying to work on yourself, you know, not anybody else. But it is what it is. There's a King of Wands in your vicinity, and the Emperor, who supposedly was the devil here, that was bringing disharmony in the marriage or the partnership, with the Hierophant card. So take it as it resonates, you being the Emperor, or your person being the Emperor. Okay, hopefully it wasn't you. This is also very this is also very interesting as well. We have a King of Cups now and a Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so now there's two kings on the board, and then there's this Knight of Pentacles. So you just may end up having, if you're not with a King of Cups, you know, one may come into your life that will make a significant change in your life to teach you about love, or someone that loves you. Okay, you might have this Knight of Pentacles coming toward you that will reach you, you know, as a King of Pentacles. Okay, so it just feels like two different energies, this King of Cups and this King of Wands. But it looks like this Knight of Pentacles might be this Four of Pentacles, or you know, with the characteristics of the Earth sign, as the Queen of Pentacles. You know, I feel like this is you and this is them. Okay, and you know, y'all look young, not like the kings or queens, and so I feel like you will meet together as a King and Queen of Pentacles. So there's someone that is coming in swiftly, okay, and really wanting to move forward with you. It looks like there is love, you know, on all sides of you. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, perfect. You'll get to know who that is, okay? Because the Holy Ghost is going to tell you who you're going to have to walk away from, or who you get to walk toward, you know. There's some kind of movement taking place here, though. This is like someone, you know, manipulating you, that you realize now, oh, they were doing this, that, or the other, you know, or that I was constantly drained of my energy, or they were constantly putting me down. Hopefully this is not you to them, but, you know, the roles could be reversed. And the last two cards are perfect, because even though there was a lot of challenges and instability at times, there was still growth and knowledge being gained to become the to get to the place where you want to be. So you were patient and you realized, that you needed to learn alchemy and unconditional love and forgive people, and you learned your lessons because you're an Empress up here. And so, it may take some time, okay? Maybe it's not the king or this king, that comes into your life. Maybe an emperor does later, but either of these two are emperors as well. They're just coming out as this energy of them. They have a lot of fire for you, a lot of chemistry and passion and love. Yeah, and they both do, but you're the one who has to decide what you're going to do. So yeah, I mean, you are the Empress. You're in a good place, okay, but you've had some hard times, and you had to learn that even in the hardest time that you wanted to be guarded, you had to learn to let down guard. You had to learn how to, instead of react to something, analyze the situation and then act accordingly, right? To treat people like you want to be treated, right? To realize that if you want something to happen, you have to put in consistent effort to things, and obviously continue doing the things you were doing to keep that momentum going and forward, however slow, but moving forward, right? And there were times where you didn't know why things were happening the way they did. You didn't know what you should do. There were things that were hidden, but you knew because you're intuitive. And there was times where it was hard for you to balance, but then you made it through and it was victorious, and that feeling was worth it. This could even just be you on the other side, showing that you're empowered now. You're more empowered. You have motivation now, and you're gonna really move forward because you're not gonna let things get you down. Nothing, nobody. Okay. So that's a good place to be, because you started to, if this was you, nurture the things that you wanted to grow in your life, and that would eventually become what you want. And I think this was it, and this is what you got. Big happy family. So you still get to keep the girl or the boy, whoever that person is for you. You do have an ending. You do end up walking away. Is it from a person? Is it a behavior? That's for you to know, but good job with the things that you've done thus far. Just keeping that Empress energy, okay? Let's see for my Aries. What do they need to surrender? Is the power to surrender cards? Surrender to stress, which means you need to trust. Surrender to control, so let things flow. Surrender to your ego, so things that come from your heart and soul to your full power. So don't give in to others, to negative thinking. So stay positive with your thinking. To play, so you play anything for, let me do that this way. Anything for my Aries. This one, thank you. All those, that's a lot. Okay, well, it's okay. That's what we're here for. Surrender to worry. Oh, there's two. Okay, surrender to worry and surrender to beauty, to the natural world. So pretty. It says, take a relaxing break. Just the thought of it just brought me peace. And spend yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. For surrender to worry, make a commitment not to lead an anxious-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart